conference play. Is your team ready?
I think we are. I think mentally we're ready. We've had some success in the first semester in the early part of the year. But like a lot of things, we're going into an unknown. We don't know this league. We don't know the places where we're playing. Don't know the coaching styles of the other coaches other than watching them on film. Not really sure about other teams' personnel. And we're the number one ranked power conference in the country right now with 5 teams in the top 20. So we're walking into uncharted territory right now, but we're really excited about where we're at as a team.
Break's over with. You're back. What's the most important thing to get them started and get them playing like they were before?
Well, I think every year is different. I think the first thing is we need to capture that momentum that we had first semester by going 8-1 and finishing with a really quality win against Central State. We have to regain that because it's been gone for 7 days. And then I think number 2 is we have to stay in good shape. We have to find that fine line of how to get them back in shape without overdoing it and really fatiguing them to a point where they can't function and execute. So it's a fine line. I'll get a good gauge of it when we start practice, and after a couple of days, you'll have a pretty good idea of where you need to go and what the next step is as a coach.
Okay. Lewis, your first opponent, and one of the first things you have to do is stop Brian Jackson, All-American preseason. Probably starts. If you can stop him, you might really have a better chance. Huh?
Yeah, he's a great player, preseason player of the year in our league. Have not seen him live, obviously, but is sure impressive on film. We have to do a really good job on him. But like a lot of teams, every team's going to have a really good player. But Ryan Jackson is, without a doubt, probably the best player in our league.
Give me one key matchup in that game.
Well, I think it's Ryan versus Mike Carlson. I mean, you're talking 2 of the better players in our league who can neutralize one another. We're going to switch some matchups up with him. We'll be interested to see how they guard us. But whichever one of those 2 guys has a better game, their team probably has an opportunity to win.
Okay. Saturday. Another tough opponent in Parkside.
Yeah, it's a tough place to play. They won the league last year, and they had their best player sitting out due to an injury a year ago, and they went to the NCAA tournament. Now they have him back. So they're a real solid basketball team. They don't beat themselves. You're going to have to go in there and really play well to win. And if you play well, you got a great opportunity to win, which is the good side of that. But you're going to have to play well and not beat yourself.
Could the second game of the conference season be the most important? If you win Friday night, you could be 2-0. If you lose Friday night, you could be 0-2. So for either one of those reasons, it's huge. Yeah,
and especially starting off, this is what they, most coaches mutually agree that this is the toughest road trip in the league. If we could go 1-1, it'd be great. But you just got to play one game at a time. It's difficult to, to dictate what a schedule will be and worry about what you'll be in 2 weeks. We got to work on getting better today and then the following day, and then the wins and losses, I've always said, will take care of themselves. And we've been fortunate because we started out 1-0 with the win at Quincy first semester, so we are 1 up in the league play right now, and these are 2 important games coming up. And you hate to start 1-2, but if you do, you do, and you just keep battling.
Cliche, but you have to play just 40 minutes of basketball, don't you?
Yeah, you really do, and that's the hardest thing. We talk about as coaches all the time. The hardest part about coaching is to get those guys to go possession by possession, offense possession at a time, defensive possession at a time. And if you just really concentrate on doing what you're supposed to do on each possession, all the other things take care of themselves, and learning how to execute and taking the carryover from practice into the game, because that's the hardest thing to get done as a player. And the players that do that are the ones that are successful, and they can really help your team win.
One final question. I think I've seen you guys play twice. I think offensively, we can talk about Carlson all day and what he does. But I think other people have gotten their chance in some of these, even Laffer games and whatever, but they've gotten their chance. They've got their shots. They know what they have to do. The offense is pretty much sound. Everybody knows it's a well-oiled machine right now. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do, and they've gotten their shots, and they've had opportunities. How much does that help?
I think it helps a lot. And we added 2 new guards like Reed Mells and Kyle Kanaski, and that can really pass the ball. You know, we lead the country in fewest amount of turnovers a game. We have the highest assist to turnover ratio in the country. Our field goal percentage and our offensive efficiency are in the top 5 in the country. So our guys really understand what a good shot is and what a great shot is, and that's always a challenge to your team. And you know, the best offensive game we've played all year is when Mike had 7 points against Northwest Missouri State. We scored 81 points and shot a really high percentage, had a high effective field goal percentage, and our guys really understood that game, that Mike was being taken away, that other guys had the opportunity to step up. And that's the beauty of our team. Different guys can score big, have big nights, and we can still. Our challenge is always going to be defensively because of our athleticism. We just got to be able to survive defensively and survive on the glass. If we do that, we're going to win an awful lot of games because we are that good on offense.
Everybody on this team has an SAT of about 40.
Yeah.
What was your SAT, Coach?
Not high as many of these guys, I can tell you that. We'll just leave it. But I do have a Drake education degree. I have a Drake degree, so.
Mail order?
Well, I got a Drake. I have a Drake degree. That's all I'll say.